Gustavo Felix. Ricky Maldonado.
And we are live from Mansour Memorial Stadium right here on the campus of Garden Grove High School. David Morey here. We've got a brand new package of graphics for you. It's league here. Garden Grove League action starting up this week. I'm excited. Kaylin is with me on the main camera here to the left. New with us this week, Bolsa Grande student Vincent, who's going to be running all the graphics for us. I thank both of them for coming. Dave Mamali, District Athletic Director, is down on the field. I just have to say that it's been a little bit hectic getting set up here. My audio mixer was broken a little bit earlier. Lucky thing, I know people who work here at Garden Grove High School who were able to help me, so thank you, Selena, for allowing me to find a tool. Ryder, you don't know, but I used your multi-tool to help me get going here. Nevertheless, we're going to get going. Rancho Alamitos, Santiago High School. We've talked about it throughout the preseason, or not preseason, throughout these non-league games. Last year of the Garden Grove League as we know it, wide open. All of our teams have a chance to win it. Rancho and Santiago are both 3-2. La Quinta is 3-2. Los Amigos 2-3. They've battled some injuries, so a little bit, of a downtime for them. But you know what? We'll get into that a little bit later. Let's go ahead and let's learn about the schools that we will have here today. Of course, Rancho Alamitos led by Coach Mike Enright. Their record last year, 9-1. That one loss came in league to La Quinta, one of the biggest upsets. I said this when we covered Rancho earlier in the season. One of the biggest upsets in Garden Grove League history. I can promise you Rancho does not want that to happen again this year in the last year of league. They were the first Garden Grove League champion. They want to go out as the last, and they want to do that outright. They have 20 total league championships. Of course, their last one being last year. Their last playoff appearance last year again. They've made 3 CIF title game appearances. In 1992, they lost to Sunny Hills 14-13. In 1993, they lost to Miracosta. Can't remember that score, but I do remember that they lost. And, of course, just a few years ago in 2014, they lost a heartbreaker. Well, not really a heartbreaker for Garden Grove. They kind of ran away with it. I believe it was 35-0 over at Orange Coast College. But they were able to play Garden Grove, the namesake of this high school here, and their biggest rival at that time. And weren't able to come away with it. Now, Santiago, we covered them earlier this year when they played, I believe, Savannah. And they are led by head coach Doug Osvath. Coach Oz, as he is known, always brings the energy, always fired up. Love being around Coach Oz. Their 2022 record, 6-4, 2-3. Second place in league, missing out on the playoffs because of coin flips. So Coach Oz is probably preaching into his guys this year that they have to keep it in their own hands and not let it be at the fate of a coin. Their last playoff appearance was a few years ago in 2021. They have no CIF title game appearances. Now, let's take a look at how these teams got to these 3-2 records, and let's take a look at their schedule and results. You're going to see something that's a little bit glaring here. Rancho, first game, they beat La Sierra 14-7. Look at that second game, a loss to Anaheim, 41-14. Look at Santiago's first win. That's Anaheim, 22-20. That's going to be very telling. If you ask some people, they might give Santiago the edge based on that head-to-head matchup. But I'm going to tell you what, I believe this is a different Rancho team than that Rancho team that you saw or that we saw here live on Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School football in Week 2, where they took a very tough loss to Anaheim. That's a different team. Go ahead and look at that Savannah score. Rancho beating Savannah 33-19. Santiago holding off Savannah 28-22. Rancho also beat Godinez, and last week took a tough loss to Corona. But Corona is stacked. That is an area where they've got a bunch of talent. They are in a league that gets broken up between the top half good teams, lower half not so good teams with Centennial. If you know high school football, you know Centennial was one of the best public high school football programs in the state. So, tough loss for them. Let's take a look at the rest of Santiago's schedule. They lost to Westminster 26-0. Of course, they beat Savannah, then they lost to Estancia, and last week they beat Gabrielino 39-6. Take a look at that. One loss, one. Now, I can guarantee you Santiago is not going to want to keep up that pattern. They're going to want to win 2 in a row for the first time this year. Now, this isn't the only game going on this week here in Garden Grove Unified School District, so let's take a look at what's going on across the district. Tonight, over at Glover Stadium, right down the street there on Harbor and La Palma, Bolsa Grande is visiting Loera. Tomorrow night, we've got Cypress taking on Pacifica. Big rivalry game there in the Empire League. Pacifica a little bit down this year. Cypress, their quarterback Aiden Houston, superstar, kind of banged up, so their record at 2-3 isn't what most people seem to think, but that's a very deceiving 2-3. That's a very good Cypress team. And also tomorrow here at Mansour Stadium, La Quinta taking on Los Amigos. La Quinta on a roll right now. Los Amigos a little bit beat up, so let's see. It's going to be a good game. Now, what happened last week? We weren't with you last week. I had to take a little vacation. I went camping out in Wrightwood with some of my cousins. A very nice time out there. So, Garden Grove, and actually, you know what? Garden Grove's got a bye week tonight. That's why you didn't hear me talk about what they were doing. So, last week, Garden Grove and Los Amigos and Pacifica both getting 35 points dropped on them by their opponents. Garden Grove losing to Western. Los Amigos losing to Artesia. Pacifica losing to El Toro. We talked about Rancho losing to Corona, and Santiago beating Gabrielino. I hate to rush, but you know what? We're going to have the national anthem playing right now, and I want to give these students all the attention. So I'm going to back off a little bit. We're going to go ahead where the band's taking the field. We're going to get the graphic off of the screen there for you. And actually, we're going to get to the ratings in just a little bit. Hopefully we have some time, but we're going to go to the national anthem. We'll be with you in just a moment. Fantastic job by the Santiago Marching Cavaliers. And of course, the Santiago AJROTC presenting the colors. We're about 6 minutes away from game time. David Morey here, Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School football. This is countdown to kickoff. Let's get back to our pregame show. Let's go into these ratings really quick. We've been talking about this. The Cal Preps power ratings determine a lot. This year, it's going to determine what playoff divisions each of our teams are in. Next year, they're going to take this year's power ratings and last year's power ratings, combine them, and they're going to come up with new leagues. That's why we've been stressing it's the last year of the Garden Grove League as we know it. As of right now, Garden Grove High School has the highest rating in the district with -19, followed by Pacifica. For me, the surprise is Santiago, just based on their strength of schedule at -43.4 is quite the surprise. Rancho Alamitos low down there at -49. Don't let that deceive you. That's not because they're bad. That has a lot to do with their opponents and their opponents' ratings and strength of schedule. The interesting part here is these three bunched up. Bolsa at 45, Los Amigos at 45.6, at 45.5, and La Quinta at 45.6. If you take this year's ratings and you move to next year, you have all these three teams in the same league. So we've got the captains coming up right now. So we're going to go ahead and get you introduced to them. So there we go, right in the middle of the field there. For Santiago, number 79, Daniel Granados. Number 26, Jared Cruz. Number 2, Elijah Grijalva. And number 7, Victor Garcia. For Rancho, it looks like we've got number 44, Nathan Enciso. I'll get those numbers right now. I couldn't see them as they were walking. Looks like number 30, Jonathan Biggs. Number 55, Matthew Zapata. And it looks like number 9, I believe, Jesus Diego, Rancho's running back, who I interviewed earlier this year for their preseason video. So here we go, referee explaining some things, letting them know what's going on, showing them both sides of the coin, having them introduce each other. I expect a really good game here. Talk to District AD Dave Mamali. I'm not going to say who he thinks is going to win. If he comes up later on, I'll let him do that for you as the coin is in the air. Let's see what the call is here. It looks like Rancho may have won that coin toss. So whoever won the coin toss is going to be defending, and we'll figure it out. Looks like Rancho won the coin toss. They elected to defer. Santiago gets to make the choice. They elect to receive, and they will be defending the east end zone. Rancho defending the west end zone. I wanted to get the end zone camera up, the same one that we had at Los Amigos, to capture this Garden Grove High School sunset, the backdrop of Mansour Stadium. So beautiful once the sun goes down, and just a beautiful coloring in the sky. But I didn't have time to do that, but that's okay. We're just a few minutes away from game time. It's Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School football. Again, a new graphics package. I wanted to freshen things up for league, wanted to make things look a little bit better, just kind of mix things up a little bit. I'm feeling in the groove a little bit now. I'm kind of settling in. Let's go ahead. We can go to our game time graphic there, Vincent. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. That works swellingly. As you can see, look at that. A little bit of a grungier look there in the graphics. Different fonts, huh? A little bit edgy. Both teams at their respective end zones, running between rows of cheerleaders. Both teams fired up. We covered this game last year in Week 10. Santiago needed to win to make the playoffs. They weren't able to pull out the victory. I believe it was 10-0 or 10-7. It was a very low-scoring game, very good game. Rancho sealing it there at the end with an interception. This crowd is fired up. I expect them to make a lot of noise, even if it's Thursday night. This is it. This is league play. Both teams, even though the records say 3-2, right now they're 0-0. You throw those records out. Both of them are fighting for something bigger now, and that's the Garden Grove League crown. So let's see what this game brings us. And of course, as the game goes on, we'll talk more about those power ratings. We got to touch on them a little bit earlier. Look at some of the trends. Talk about Pacifica having half of their schedule in positive numbers. As you saw, all the Garden Grove League teams or Garden Grove Unified teams were in the negative. But Pacifica, half of their teams are in the positive, which means they are playing some very tough competition. Back deep to receive here for Santiago, number 4, Oswaldo Granados, and number 17, Harley Dominguez. Kicking off for the Vaqueros, number 10, Andre Alvarado. And again, we try to get all names called. Sometimes I mix them up. I don't see numbers. I wear glasses, and I really need them. So it's not perfect here. Here we go, just a few moments away from kickoff. Garden Grove League action starting here on GGUSD Athletics High School Football. Got an exciting season coming up. I expect competition from top to bottom. The 5 GGUSD schools looking to take the league championship. All of them seem pretty evenly matched, especially if Los Amigos can get healthy here towards the end. The kick. Oh, a little confusion. That's fielded by number 6 at about the 10-yard line. Gets a little seam. He's still on his feet at the 25, the 30. He's at the 35, at the 40. Before he's pushed out of bounds by number 10, that number 6, Ruben Mendez, with a nice return. Pushed out of bounds by the kicker, Andre Alvarado. So Santiago starting off on the right foot here, as they will have the ball at their own 39 and we'll say 11/12 yard line here. Santiago in that familiar flex formation. Handoff to number 4, takes it around the right side, still on his feet, cuts up, still on his feet, got the first down on his feet, gets taken down at the Rancho 45-yard line. Beautiful run there by Oswaldo Granados. Gets Santiago on the right side of the 50-yard line as they are now in Rancho territory. Got to make sure I'm not muted. Let me tell you how many times that happens when I'm talking and I feel like I'm in the groove and I look and no one can hear me. Again, if you're tuned in, feel free to share the link out. Feel free to pop into the chat. Share the link to your friends, family, neighbors, your pet sitter, your veterinarian, your doctor. Handoff this time to number 20 up the middle. That gets a gain of about 3 yards. That carry by Oscar Buenrostro. It's going to bring up second down here for the Cavaliers. Nice little gain on the play, a gain of about 5 yards. So it looks like they're not putting the downs on. They're not putting the downs there on the scoreboard. So we'll try and take them for you here. Looked like that ball hit the ground, kept by number 3. Looks like he's going to get the first down. Let's see what they mark, and it's going to be a first down. So here we go, first down for the Cavaliers. It looks like from the Rancho 32-yard line. They're moving the ball nicely on the ground here. Handoff. Number 2, oh, that's going to be a face mask. And, yep, that's going to be a flag on the play. I saw that one from up here. Cavaliers going to get some free yardage here. Yeah, there's no hiding that one. That was definitely a face mask. You saw that runner's head kind of twist back a little violently there. I believe that was Oscar Buenrostro on the run. Not sure, though. So Santiago again, first down here. Ball now getting marched all the way up to the 16-yard line. And it looks like we have some movement on the line here. False start looks like on Santiago. It's going to bring up first and about 15 now. Brandon, thank you. I appreciate the kind words. We thank you for tuning in. So here we go, first down for the Cavaliers. First pass of the game, looks to the left, has a man open. That's complete there. That's a big man reception right there, and reaching for some extra yardage there. It looks like number 88, Larry Bravo. 6 feet, 225 pounds. Getting himself a first down, and it looks like we've got a Vaquero down on the field. It's going to bring up second down for the Cavaliers. So remember, Cavaliers with that penalty. That was a nice gain of about 10 yards, but still second down and 5 to go. Santiago doing a really good job here establishing the run and then able to get a nice reception there. So showing that they're going to mix it up here. Rancho kind of on skates a little bit. You know, you look at the records and you kind of look at how the seasons have been, how the season has been going, and you just go based off historically. You would think Rancho might have the edge here, and I'm not going to lie, I was kind of leaning that way as well. But the way Santiago has been playing, I think they might be playing some inspired football. Again, last year, the game was really close. And that was a different Rancho football team. This Rancho team's got a brand new quarterback, a lot of returners here on the Santiago team. So it's looking like, especially if things are going to go the way they are right now, Santiago could be in for a big night here. Jacob, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. So here we go, second down here. And about 5 or 6 yards for the Cavaliers. They got the ball at the Rancho, it looks like 11-yard line. Gonzalez getting ready to take the snap. Hands off to number 4, takes it around the right side. Gets brought down in the backfield there. That was number 4, Oswaldo Granados on the carry. It's going to bring up third down here for the Cavaliers. So 3rd and 9, looks like a loss of about 4 yards. It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a nice back and forth game. Rancho defense now settling in. Getting a stop here would be huge. Not sure if Santiago has a field goal kicker who could get one in from this distance. So here we go. They're going 4 wide receivers. Gonzalez joined in the backfield there by number 22. Drops back to pass, feels the pressure, overthrows his receiver. That's going to bring up 4th down here for the Cavaliers, and let's see what they decide to do. Looks like they'll be going for it here. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. Santiago, no doubt, going to want to make sure they've got their best play called here. We've got wires crossed here. We've got some guests here. We've got some friends of the broadcast. So let me get this going here. Everyone tuned in now.
Test, test. There we go.
There we go.
Hi, everyone.
Dr. Heflin, let's see. I think you're good.
Yeah, here I am.
There we go.
Are we good?
We're good. I think we're good. So far, nice little drive here by Santiago to start the game. Rancho defense settling in here.
Big chunks, yeah.
Dave, I mentioned earlier that you did have a pick for this game, but I didn't want to give it away. I was going to let you do it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a little bit of it now. I do think Santiago's probably got a slight advantage here. But again, this I think is going to be a one-score game, 2 at the very most, and it could go either way, obviously. But just trying to base off of scores so far this year. I would go with Santiago. We'll see. The Vaqueros looking here for a big stop. 4th down.
And look at that. We're here. We got I got the wide angle lens, and it looks like that's a turnover on downs.
Now we're going to have a false start. So
actually, false start. Back them up, so they're going to redo 4th down here. And we've got, Dave, we got the wide angle now.
Oh, yeah.
So now we're, comfortably.
Wow.
We can all be in there,
we
yeah.
can all be in there. We got Dr. Huffman here to my right.
Hi, everyone.
Dave. It's good to put the faces to the voices, right?
The faces of the friends.
Yeah, I will take a mulligan on that pick, just so I don't hear later that you can never count out a Mike Enright coach team. So
that was a break. I mean, there's no way I would stand up here and make a prediction, to be honest with you.
I talked about how I wavered. I really, you think historically that we've got Rancho kind of doing good, and that's going to fall incomplete, and it's going to be Rancho ball.
Yeah, my honest prediction actually for the Garden Grove League is I think we are not gonna have a 5-0 league champion. I don't even know if we're gonna have a 4-1 league champion. I think that this is gonna be where the Garden Grove League kind of beats up on each other. You might play poorly one week and lose, and that fires you up, and you come back the next week and win. But we've talked about this in previous broadcasts about the parity that's in the Garden Grove League, and this being the last year of the Garden Grove League for football, this might be the closest that the league has ever been.
This is my hope. Everyone's at like 2 and 3.
Got the Sunset League all over
and
again. Yeah.
Loera's at 0 and 5. I'll say it.
We'll take that.
I'll say it.
I'm good with that.
I don't mind saying it. Sorry, Loera, but you guys have your CIF championship. You can live on that. Rancho now with the ball.
We got another special guest here. I'm going to hop off.
There we go.
I'm going to do. I actually did some of the pictures pregame, but I'm going to hop off and do that.
She's like, no way.
I'm passing it over to the varsity team here. So here we go.
So here we go. Yeah, Linda, you want to come on this side? Here we go.
Over there. Linda G.
Rancho principal joining us now.
I wish I had predictions.
You are.
I don't have that kind of knowledge right now.
Your second time now on the broadcast.
Yeah,
you are now a friend of the broadcast. It's official.
It only
I
takes twice.
appreciate that. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes is 2.
That is true.
Shotgun formation for the Vaqueros. Hand off to number 21 to the right side. Bounces it out. Met by a swarm of Cavaliers. Actually, that's number 27. I told you all my eyesight was not good. That's number 27. Cruz Gonzalez. That's going to bring up 3rd down here for the Vaqueros. 3rd and about 4. So, Linda, it's been a few weeks since we've seen you on here. That last game it wasn't as fun. This one's
going to be way more fun.
This one's going to be really fun. I mean, I think it's going to go down to the wire. And I think whoever wins, and that's going to be a false start, it looks like, on Santiago. It's not going to be like that last game. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a lot closer.
It's fun for the football and fun to see all these young ladies down here with the cheerleaders.
Yes, it's baby Cavs night.
It's fun.
That is, I like how they.
Awesome.
A lot of our schools do that too.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. Again, I'm always a part of that philosophy that you need to bring in the students from your elementary schools and your feeders to build that community and get them, ingrained while they're young.
Whether it's cheer, instrumental, a lot of times our intermediate kids will come and play with the
Oh,
band.
yeah, that's fun too.
Yeah, that's really fun. And it's also senior night.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Didn't mention that earlier. It's going to be a run to the left side. Handoff, it looks like, to number 9. That's Jesus Diego. Was that a 1st down, Dave?
The last
Actually,
one was,
now it's 2nd down. So that's right. It was 3rd and short, and that offsides gave them the 1st down. So Rancho here with 3 wide receivers. So, Linda, what's been going on the Rancho campus since the last time?
So many things. It's so much fun.
It's picking up now, right? Like this is the swing of things.
Kids are like just going full time. Every day there's stuff going on during the day, after school. they're just out there doing good things. The other day we had our lions out for the first time, so they were practicing the lion dance and you know, just getting a lot of good things going. Today we had the fall fest, so a lot of food and good times after school. So
This is one of the best times of year because
It sure
I mean, everything's underway.
yeah,
Yeah, like now it's things are really starting to pick up. It's not, you don't have those end of summer like blues anymore. Now you're just like, okay, we're in the groove.
This is the last end of seventh week since coming back.
You know,
Crazy.
I was thinking about it, you know, yesterday. Like it's gone by so quick already.
Yeah, it really has.
Nice run up the
Yeah, it's a
left
beautiful
side there.
run.
First down for the
Nice job.
Vaqueros. Now they're on the right side of the Santiago field there. Yeah, you know, we talk like sports now. They're all in league play.
Yes.
So they're all starting to kind of get things going.
This is the excitement part, right? Like, so we're in
yeah.
league. We have homecomings coming up at all of our schools. We're getting into October, which is always a fun month at at the high schools, particularly. It's really fun. Everyone's finding their groove.
We're going to be able to move back into our normal offices soon.
Yes, yes.
For those that don't know, the district office is going under a upgrade of sorts. We'll call it an upgrade of sorts. So we've been in the building next door. That's second down there for the Vaqueros. So we've been in the building next door. Just kind of a little bit of an adjustment period. I'm way out in no man's land away from everybody.
Yes, we miss
I'm
you.
sorry.
Yeah, I know.
We miss David.
I can imagine.
They fittingly tucked me in a place they call the vault.
Well, you don't have to tell all the secrets, David.
Well, that's where they keep.
That
That's where
feels
they
wrong.
keep. That's where they keep the treasure.
That's right.
The vault. That's where they keep. That's where they keep the
correct.
gold. That's how I'm going to look at it. The vault is where they keep all of the very valuable things.
That is right. That is right.
We
You
got
get to create your
flags.
own story, David.
Oh yeah, and you know, it's advertising, but you know, advertising degree here.
There
I
you
can
go.
get really creative. I don't want to say spin because that's a bad word.
That's
but
correct. It's all truth.
Yeah, all true.
I like the way we're moving the ball.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good battle. I think the defenses are going to be really key to the game. Whichever defense can hold on for the longest here is probably going to be the defense that's going to have the victory here.
It's really going to be a test of stamina here.
Diego with a nice run. Gets
Oh,
close
very
to
nice.
first down. It's going to be a third down here for the Vaqueros. He's 1 yard short.
So, Linda, do you have any events coming up over at Rancho?
Yeah, we have our concert next week, and I just signed something for our band and their first performance over at down in Costa Mesa on a Saturday. So I'll get to go down and see them compete.
Excellent.
So that'll be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, they work really hard. You get to see them finally enjoy it.
I always mention it, band, you know, the students like the band students, swim, water polo, ASB, those are, you know, students are usually there before anyone
Yep.
in the
Yeah.
mornings at sometimes. And that's going to be a first down here for the Vaqueros as they keep the chains moving here. Ball now at the Santiago 30-yard line.
Yeah, our marching bands are really getting ramped up right now
Yeah.
for competition season. In fact, we have our district showcase of the band, I know, coming up in the middle of November. I think November 15th, right?
and we broadcast that as well.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
That's always a fun night.
It
Yeah, it
is.
is.
I love seeing everyone, you know, bring out the performances and all the songs that they're playing. Hand off to Diego to the left side, takes it up.
Oh, there we go.
Still on his feet, and that's going to be another first down here for the Vaqueros as they are now moving the ball nicely
Very much so.
on the Santiago defense.
A lot of gains right there.
Yeah, we try to get you know, Christine Pyle up here, and she, you know, she didn't think she would have anything to talk about.
Oh,
You know,
really?
it's
Well,
not
she
about
hasn't.
football.
Clearly hasn't listened to me.
It has. It's you know, it's all about. We just come up here and we try to just distract the folks for about 15, 20 minutes
There
as
you go.
Diego's
That's
taken
right.
down in the backfield there.
Try to get Marcy Pena to come up, their assistant principal as well,
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
Kyle wouldn't,
We're
but
working on it.
was a no-go.
Is Dr. Tran here to also get Dr. Tran up here as well?
No,
Oh,
he
he's
is
not-
not
he's-
here
yeah.
tonight.
He's got some young ones, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
We
not
can't
here this
blame-
evening.
We can't blame him there. Yes, I was just at Santiago yesterday meeting about their avid leadership video deal that's
Yes.
coming
Oh,
up
fun.
for the revalidation.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's coming up in February.
Yeah. Hand off to Diego to the right side, still on his feet, breaks some tackles. Carries that ball inside the 10-yard line.
Diego's doing a nice job.
Yeah, I was saying this is a different Rancho football team than the one we saw against Anaheim.
Yeah. I think it's been good for them to have some struggles. They started to figure things out.
So now we've got the down and to go here on the scoreboard. So Vincent can take a break from trying to keep up with that and focus on getting ready for this touchdown graphic that's coming up. Maybe for Rancho if
No maybes on that one.
Oh,
I
here we
like
go.
I like
Let's
the
see.
sound of that. There we go.
There
Let's
it is.
see.
Saying?
That one was
very
close.
close.
That rush by number 27. Let's get a name here. Cruz Gonzalez gets the Vaqueros really close to the end zone there. Ball's going to be marked at about the 2-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. Rancho knocking on the end zone's door,
That's
huh?
what I'm saying.
By the way, Linda, Kaylin is a Rancho student. So she's
She's doing a good job
she's
too.
a fantastic job.
Look
She's
at that.
saved my life here the past few weeks. Oh, let's
There
see
we
if
go.
they give him the
That's it.
touchdown or not.
Let's see.
No signal yet.
No.
And actually, now it's going to be 2nd down. That was a good stop by the Cavalier defense. So the clock running here, 38 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Let's see if Rancho gets a playoff here. I got to get used to our teams actually now being on the visitors
Yes.
sideline
Yeah.
because I was looking down here towards the bottom. So here we go, the handoff to Diego.
Is he in?
He gets stopped.
No, he's in.
Oh, let's see. Oh, yep, they're
There
going to
it
give him the
is.
touchdown.
There we go.
There are
So
the
Rancho
Vaqueros.
is going to take an early 6-0 lead here. That was a nice drive that they put together.
Yeah, very nice.
First to get on the board.
Yeah, so that's all it takes. You just open up the scoring here, and let's see if they can get this extra point in and make it 7 points. And I just have to say the confidence by Linda. That did it. She's
That's
like,
right.
there's no maybes.
Yeah, they felt it.
Yep. Kick is up. The extra
It's
point
good.
is
Yep.
good. So Rancho 7, Santiago nothing early here.
Yes.
I'm not used to having guests this early.
I know.
It feels
We were-
it feels awesome, to be honest with you.
Does it?
Yeah.
Good.
You know, usually people are probably like, no way, just
No
push
way,
it
not
towards the
doing
end.
it.
I'm like,
And-
no, okay, fine, I guess we'll go up there after halftime. One day we're going to get big enough to have a spread of food back here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Little welcome
Huh.
area.
That would be,
Might
That would
get
be
more
great.
visitors.
I might just even say, oh, no guests, and I'll just
Yeah.
take all
Oh,
the
there
food.
you go.
Yeah, all the food myself here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yeah,
Yes.
we'll have like a pumpkin pie around
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
even better.
We're gonna
Watch out, October and
yeah,
November.
we're gonna figure that out. We'll have that turkey for the band showcase. How's that?
Right?
This box is going to be filled.
You know, that's when I try to get people to like come up and talk a little bit more, but no one
Oh, for the band
for
showcase?
the band showcase. No one takes the bait.
Oh,
Linda and I will come up.
yeah, I'll come up. I go to it every year.
Yeah.
There, yeah, come on up. Because you talk about not knowing anything when it
Yeah.
comes to the band showcase. I'm like, oh, they're playing that instrument and they're doing something on the field there.
Yeah, we can come up for sure. I
Perfect.
volunteered, Linda.
Thanks, Steph.
You're welcome.
I noticed that. Wasn't going to say anything.
There we go.
Linda and I. End of the quarter.
That's going to
Awesome.
be the end of the first quarter here at Mansour Memorial Stadium. Rancho with a 7-0 lead. That return right now by, that's not Carlos Herrera, that's the Rancho roster. Number 6, Ruben Mendez on that return.
Ruben Mendez has been all over the place tonight when Santiago has the ball. All I noticed.
Yeah, you know, especially on that first opening kickoff, he had a nice
Yes, he did.
return.
Yes, he
got,
did.
Got stopped by the kicker, which isn't as embarrassing in high school football because the kicker is not just a kicker. So it's okay. It's okay. The kickers are usually multi, you
Way to
know.
make him feel better.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have to, because I'm sure he might have been razzed a little bit.
Totally. Well, David, I'm going to head back down to
There
the
we
field.
go, yeah. Thank you
Yeah,
for joining us.
I appreciate everything you're doing.
Should we hand our mic back over to Mr. Romelli, the man who actually knows football?
Who's actually talks about it and does the play-by-play?
Dave came up early too. Dave usually joins me after halftime. He gets down there. He gets those fantastic Pulitzer-winning prized shots there.
Absolutely.
We'll see who we can recruit from the field for you,
Yeah.
David.
There
Don't
we
worry,
go,
We'll
we'll
go
send
on
people
a
up.
recruitment trip.
There
There you go.
Bring them on up.
All right. Thanks for
Thank you,
everything,
David.
Of course, you got it. Talk to you guys soon.
All right, bye-bye.
So here we go. That's second down here for the Cavaliers on their second drive of the game. That first drive they had stalling at about the 15, 20-yard line. A few penalties kind of pushed them back. We go Cavaliers in shotgun formation looking to pass. Gets rid of that. Complete, actually incomplete there. Pass intended for number 6, Ruben Mendez. So, Dave, what do you think of Santiago here trying to mix in some passing?
Well, quick first quarter there.
Very quick,
We
very
had
quick.
2 drives, and they ate up the whole quarter, basically. And I think both teams are probably happy with their offense in that first quarter. They both had long drives. Santiago wasn't able to punch it in, and Rancho was. That's the difference in the game here. But yeah, we'll see. Like I talked about, you can't ever count out a Coach Enright coach team. And Rancho coming out, obviously we saw them against Anaheim, and they kind of got their tail handed to them against Anaheim, and they made some changes after that game, and those changes have worked. We're seeing that here first drive. They're going a little bit more to their zone run principles, and they were very successful on the run that first drive they had.
Gonzalez lets that one go, and that's going to be complete and probably a pass interference call on the play as well. That pass complete to number 4, Oswaldo Granados, taken down by number 22 of Rancho, Aaron Ortiz.
What a great catch that was, and like you said, definitely with pass interference as well. So that'll get tacked on to the end of this play.
And you know what, Dave? That's got to be that's got to be kind of not demoralizing if you're the Rancho defense, but to know that they were running really well on you, and then now they're getting large chunks of yardage through the air.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm wrong on that. That won't get tacked on. Though we're going to decline.
Yeah,
this
right.
penalty.
Yeah, right. High school, if
Yeah.
it would be from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. But yeah, great catch there. Again, that was a third down, right? A third and long.
I believe
on
so,
that play
yeah.
there. So that's always tough for the DB. As a former defensive coach, I can tell you that back shoulder throw or that underthrown ball, it's real hard to defend that as a DB without getting interference called on you.
Santiago coming back with a sweep to the right side here. Again, Oswaldo Granados there getting his paws on the ball. That one going for maybe a yard or two. It's going to bring up second down here for the Cavaliers.
I think that's what this game is going to end up being is both of these teams are going to find success on the ground. Whoever makes the least amount of mistakes or can take advantage of their opportunities is going to win the game. But just like we saw in that last play, who can convert in the air in the passing game? That might be a big difference here as well.
Yeah, you know, last year this game was 10-0 deep into the fourth quarter, so low-scoring affairs probably in both games here. Handed off to the left side. Nice chunk of yardage, but probably going to be a holding on the play. I don't want to jump to conclusions. Yeah. So it's going to be, we're going to hold off. We're going to hold off on the touchdown for now as we have a flag on the play. That run by number 6, Ruben Mendez, but
it's going to be a hold. Yeah,
yep.
Unfortunate because from my eye, it looked like it didn't have much to do with the play.
Yeah, it looked like a backside hold
Yep.
there. That's going to take the Cavaliers back. But hey, Dave, why not just go at it again, right?
Yeah, again, this is, like I just said, you know, this is going to be one of those things where hopefully this doesn't affect the Cavaliers in the end final score here. But that's the kind of stuff you got to watch out for in a close game like this is, hey, we had a touchdown that was called back because of a hold. Does that come back to bite them? And we'll see. But, yeah, as you said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Try to run that same play again.
Yeah, let's see what Coach Oz does here on second and very long here, 20 to go.
That was Ruben Mendez, I think, on that run again.
Yes.
That touchdown run. So, yeah, he's having a great game so far.
And I'm sure he's going to want that one back. Cavaliers shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers. Looks like they might try to pass here. Now Gonzalez hands the ball off, going up the middle. There you go, Dave, again. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cavaliers. They come right back. Number 24, Mario Carbajal. Beautiful run right up the gut, Dave.
Well, leave no doubt. Again, the 2 touchdown plays in a row that they had. Coach Oz knows better than us. Didn't run that same play, but he had another long touchdown play that he called.
Beautiful. That was about a 40-yard run or so.
And right up the gut, just a dive.
You got to give credit to the Hoggies up front there, led by number 70, let's see, 79, yeah, Daniel Granados.
Yeah, he is a big guy. I know when we did Santiago's first game, I had to go do a height check on him just to make sure he was 6'4".
You said, and then you look back, you're like, yep.
He's 6'4", yeah.
Oh, Cavaliers going for 2 here.
Ooh,
oh, they're stopped just short.
As close as you could get. He was right on the edge of that goal line, but yeah, stop.
We're going to have a kickoff now for Santiago.
That's one thing in this game, trying to predict the score, trying to predict what happens is, I wouldn't have predicted this was going to be a 28-21 game. Extra points are going to be maybe at a premium in this game, maybe going for 2. So maybe something like a 27-22, that might be a score we end up seeing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as we've mentioned now multiple times, we expect this game to be close. We expect momentum to shift back and forth multiple times in this game. And that's going to be no different week in and week out in this Garden Grove League.
I'll tell you what, Dave, the first quarter, there were only 2 drives in the quarter.
Yeah.
Santiago scored in about a minute or minute and a half here.
This one, yeah.
We'll say maybe 2 minutes. Vaqueros receiving that kickoff at about the 8-yard line by Diego. Diego takes it to the right side, gets to the 30, still on his feet. Finally brought down there at the 32, but we got a flag on the play.
Might be a face mask, I might guess here. Now it looks like we're going to have a hold. Rancho's going to start 10 yards back from that spot.
So that wasn't a bad return, a return of about 22 yards or so.
I want to be shocked here to see Coach Enright try to go for a deep ball here on 1st and 10.
Why not, right? Try to establish that. Maybe we might see both teams kind of relaxed a little bit, getting a little bit deeper into the playbook. But Santiago answered that touchdown right back in an emphatic way.
Yeah, again, if I'm Coach Enright, I'm looking at that. The Rancho had some big chunks, reeling off 6 to 8 yards in a lot of their runs. Take a shot here on 1st down and you miss it. You still got 2 downs to get that 10 yards. I'm feeling pretty good about that. But having that big, like you said, that 2-minute drive by Santiago, if Rancho can come out here and get a 1 and down on a touchdown,
oh yeah,
that's a big momentum changer.
And we'll have a heavyweight battle on our hands, right? Just haymakers, because that was a pretty big run for the Cavaliers. So here we go, Rancho, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs in the backfield, man in motion. Handoff, it looks like, to Diego to the right side. Here we go, Dave. Nice little run. He's got 1st down yardage already, gain of about 12 yards on the play.
Yeah, huge hole on that. The old saying, they could drive a semi-truck through there. That's how big that hole was.
So Rancho now, first play of their 2nd drive of the game, which is crazy to say. We're in 2nd quarter.
Yep.
Each team with only 2 drives.
Again, Rancho in kind of a modified hurry-up offense here. They get lined up quick, but they're still looking to the sideline. Just now got the play in.
Garcia in the backfield there, getting ready to take the snap. Hands the ball off to Diego again to the right side. There we go. Has another nice little run. Gain of about 8 yards on the play. Matthew Ramirez on the tackle. So 2nd down and about 2 to go here for the Vaqueros. Still early here in the 2nd quarter. 7-6 slim lead for them right now. Still a lot of ball game left to be played here. Talking about how Rancho won the first ever Garden Grove League title. They've won the past 6, right, Dave?
5.
The past 5, looking to make it 6 here. As that pass is complete to number 2, still on his feet. Looks like he's got the 1st down. That's Emmanuel Tellez.
A little close to a flag there on that. They ran a little bubble screen, but that ball goes in front of the line of scrimmage, and those receivers are already blocking. That'll be a penalty. Caught it right at the edge, right behind that line of scrimmage. But Rancho, again, just like their first drive, they're coming out. They're having no trouble moving this ball down the field.
Yep, it's probably going to be whatever defense can get that stop at the end, and that's going to be the team that wins. But both offenses right now kind of having their way with these defenses. Four wide receivers, trips right for Garcia. Takes the snap, hands the ball off to number 27 to the right side. He gets maybe 2 yards on the play.
Hard fought 2 yards there because there was nothing there.
No, it's Cruz Gonzalez. It looks like there's been 2.5. We're going to give him 2.5 yards because that was a very hard 2.5 there.
That's something Coach Oz doesn't want to see. His defense makes a stop. There is no gaps, no holes anywhere for that running back to run, and they're still getting 2.5 yards. It's not a good sign. You got to make sure that when you're playing your proper defense and you're getting your assignments correct, that they're getting no gain or a loss.
So here he goes, second down and about 7 yards to go here for the Vaqueros. Again, 4 wide receivers here for Garcia. Man in motion, takes the snap, hands off to Diego to the left side. He gets maybe a gain of about 1 yard on the play.
And again, as you're seeing here, Rancho is a no-huddle offense in that they go and line up, and then their coaches take a look at what defense is lined up in front of them, and that's how they're making their call. Might be something Santiago might want to look at as the game goes on. Is
maybe disguise their looks
correct.
a little bit.
Not get lined up so quickly. You know, just kind of be jumbled. Let Rancho make their call and then get to their assignments.
Here we go. Third down, trips right for the Vaqueros. Garcia getting ready to take the snap. Looks to the sideline. Santiago crowd trying to get some noise going here. Hand off to Diego to the right side. Nice stop there. Gain of about 2 yards. So,
yeah, that was a Rancho's line had a good push on that, and right at the end, a couple of Santiago defenders were able to break through and make a sure tackle on that only got about a yard gain.
Here we go. Big fourth down play. Four down territory here. Might as well go for it and take the shot.
Yeah, we're getting a heavy set here. Run package obviously is coming. We'll see if this is going to be a hard count. I see Coach Enright going over by the referee. That might be a sign that
could be trying to draw him off.
A hard
offsides
count
here,
and a timeout coming. We'll see.
So here we go. It's going to be a battle of the lines here.
There's the hard count. They're looking over. Coach Enright is directing this play.
Timeout. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. So what's the call here, Dave? If you're in Coach Enright's shoes, what are you calling right now?
If it's me, I might call a punt at this point. Just again, we don't want those momentum shifters to flip the field. But like I said, if I'm Rancho and I'm feeling like I got an advantage here, they have been having big chunks of yards all game, and so coming here where it's 4th and 3, maybe 4th and 3.5. You know, you might have confidence saying, no, I think we can get that. Like I said, even that last play where Santiago stopped him for about a yard gain, Rancho's line had a big push on that. If my line is having a big push like that all night, I feel confident in the run game.
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking here 2 ways, right? You don't call the timeout and you just try to get a play off. Maybe your line has a little bit more juice and momentum to drive that line back. Or maybe you call timeout. Your line's a little bit rested now that you've got a timeout. They've got a little bit of breather. They're a little bit stronger to get off that push. Maybe you try to go on a silent count and just see what you can do. But this is all just Madden play calling in my head going on. So
well, you never know. I don't know if this is in Coach Enright's repertoire this year, but I was always a fan of the quick kick by the quarterback.
Oh, yeah?
Just getting lined up, taking a couple steps back and going.
Well, let's see. So here we go. Rancho going for it. Now it's going to be a handoff, and it looks like they're going to get the first down here and some more. Still on his feet. Number 27 getting taken down at about the 27-yard line. Beautiful run there by Cruz Gonzalez to get Rancho deeper into Santiago territory. Beautiful call there on 4th down.
Yeah, my guess is that's what Coach Enright wanted to run before the timeout, as he was trying to direct him, thought he couldn't get them directed before the play clock, so he said, hey, let's just get lined up and run that same play I liked.
In that time, the Rancho line won the battle up front.
Yeah.
Here we go, 5 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. You are tuned in to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. Garden Grove League action for you here from Mansour Memorial Stadium. Diego takes the ball to the right side, still on his feet, trying to bounce out, get out of the outside, away from the outside man. Gets taken down there by number 11.
A great pursuit by Santiago. They had defensive end loss containment on that, and Santiago pursued the ball excellent.
Sealed that edge nicely there. That's always the key, right? Is if your DN doesn't get there, you hope that your DBs are going to have a nice angle.
Well, yeah, every high school team practices their pursuit daily. They'll be practicing how their pursuit is, making sure they're taking the right angles. Not everyone's going to be right in their assignment every single play, but if you have 10 other people that are taking the proper angles and getting the ball, that's when you have the mark of a good defense.
Got a referee timeout here looking to discuss something. Referees doing a very good job here tonight, Dave. 6 games, 7 games, 7 weeks in, they've settled in here.
Letting the play go. Yeah, looks like we might have a clock issue that they might be adding time back on. So when that happens, they are communicating with Santiago's coaches to communicate with the scorer up here, and that is what's happening. They're adding some time back on, not 50 minutes, obviously.
So they only added about 42 minutes back onto the clock.
Like the timer's trying to get 5:05 on the clock. Let's see if there we go, 5:05.
Okay, here we go. So 5 minutes and 5 seconds left to go here. 2nd and 7 for the Vaqueros from the Cavalier. Looks like 24-yard line, marching their way towards the end zone, trying to extend this 7-6 lead here. Hand off to Diego.
That's a good play there by Santiago. Again, that edge rusher coming in and blowing up that fullback, given no opportunity to go. That was a good defensive stop. Again, this is going to be 2-down territory for Rancho.
Definitely.
I should say 4-down territory,
4 down, yeah,
but
they've got 2 more down. Yeah,
two more downs. Yeah.
3rd and 5. I wouldn't bet against them getting this 5 yards here. If they can bounce it outside, even something just right off tackle there. Garcia getting ready to take the snap. There we go, and looks like he's going to be close to that 1st down yardage. Dave, sometimes I just talk and try and guess things, and that time.
I tell you, Diego is very, very good. Obviously, he's a shorter running back, but he is very good. Always has his feet going. So again, at that point, there was no hole that was open right away. He kept those feet going. He side shuffled, found the hole, and was able to get in and go. Great runner, Diego is.
And Dave, something about the shorter runners, they're shiftier, and you're not able to really see them kind of coming off.
Absolutely, there's validity to that. That again, those linebackers, they cannot see when you're going through those tackles, those guards. They don't know where you are, and by the time you see them, they're past you.
Long ago, about 20 years ago, Pacifica had a running back named James Franco who was just like that. They just all of a sudden you wouldn't see him, and then he'd just break through a hole and just get some big chunks of yardage. Rancho had a lot of those running backs also in the 90s. Leo Cozy, Jeff Bird, some smaller guys who were just able to just run mountains of yards.
If you're a fan of the broadcast and you listen week in and week out, no matter who plays, you know that David Moore is an encyclopedia for GGUSD football throughout the years. He knows everything and anything.
Reading those high school football reports every weekend as a kid. I used to use all my book covers were just that week's high school football report. Yeah. Garcia getting ready to take the snap, drops back to pass, looks to his left. That's going to be complete. Touchdown, Rancho. Beautiful catch. That reception, who's that, number 22?
Number 2, yeah.
Number 2.
Tellez
with a beautiful catch. That concentration with 2 Cavaliers kind of closing in on him.
Yeah, I thought for sure that ball was going to come out as they had to go to the ground, but he held on to it. Touchdown. I think that was only their 2nd pass of the drive.
Yeah, Rancho's been really keeping that ball on the ground, and they take a 13-6 lead here. Looking to make that 14 with this extra point coming up, but beautiful catch. And that is good. So Rancho taking a 14-6 lead. Dave, you talk about the difficulty of that catch. You got 2 guys closing in on you. You're turning back to catch it. You're falling backwards. It's
very hard. And again, that's why coaches will probably be talking to him now of, hey, go catch it at the high point. When you are kind of falling down as you're catching that ball and you're going to the ground as you do that, it is not an easy catch at all, especially as 2 guys come and hit you in the gut.
And he did have some contact as he went down. Yeah. So to hold that ball, that's why we kind of waited to see what the signal was going to be. Even the referee waited a little bit.
Yeah, I think most, that's probably one of those where 7-8 times out of 10, you see that same play happen and you go, oh, that popped out, that's incomplete.
Yeah.
But great job holding on there by Tellez.
Dominguez and Granados back deep to receive this kick for the Cavaliers. Alvarado getting ready to boot this one. He pooched it a little bit, gets it to maybe the 3rd level. And that's on the go. Nope, Santiago picks it up, and no return on that one. That's a smart move because Santiago was really doing a good job on their return
They are,
return
yes,
game.
correct. And yeah, good smart play there. And I think Santiago was a little fortunate there. If that ball had taken the bounce the other way, I think Rancho recovers that. So they're fortunate that that ball continued to go in its momentum.
And you know what's crazy is sometimes when you see these players kind of look at that ball, they kind of treat it like a punt almost. They kind of freeze a little bit instead of realizing like, hey, that's a live ball. Once it hits the ground, they can get it back.
Yeah, if you're Santiago here, you don't want to panic. Just keep running your same game plan. You've had 2 successful drives.
Here we go as they, oh,
There we go.
actually blown before the play could even get off, so it's probably going to be on the offense there.
Be an illegal formation or a false start. You know, and good for Coach Oz on that. I was going to say they ran this play on the previous drive right before their long catch and throw that they had, and it got blown up, and the blocker was wide open. And so Coach Oz obviously saw that same thing, and they just ran this play here through to where that blocker was, and unfortunately that play is not going to count because of a procedure.
And, you know, I like how he's mixing it up here, trying to get this Rancho defense kind of off balance and keep things a little bit random here.
Yeah, you see that when, again, a team finds that they think they're successful on the ground, with both of these teams have been to start. You tend to see that a little bit more. Like I said on Rancho's previous drive, a 1st and 10. Hey, let's take a shot. Let's take a shot, see what we can get on that, because we know we can run on 2nd and 3rd down and still get a 1st down.
And they try it again, Dave. So here we go. That one now blown up. Dominguez there on the catch, but he's going to get nowhere. Maybe a loss of about 2 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd down and about 17 here for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, Rancho's secondary has done a good job in this game so far, coming up and filling on the run, obviously here on the pass as well. But they've done a good job. They are tacklers first. I was talking to Coach N right before the game. He was saying that he's extremely happy with his front 7. And I think his back 4 here, his DBs, defensive backfield, is certainly doing a good job in this game, supporting that run that the Cavaliers have.
I want to see this battle here between number 77 of Rancho and number 79 of Santiago. 2 very big guys here. Rancho getting some good penetration there, getting into the backfield. That run going nowhere for the Cavaliers. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Daniel Granados, like you said, for Santiago, number 79. He definitely won that battle. But Rancho won that battle on that play.
Oh, yeah. And number 77, it looks like he's even taller than Granados.
Yeah, this is a tough one here, because this is obviously not going to be a 4-down situation for the Cavaliers. So, yeah, we're looking at 3rd and 17.
Kind of now, you're probably kind of taking the Cavaliers out of their usual, probably game plan here and making them kind of go outside of what they usually do. Drops back to pass.
Oh,
it's going to be incomplete. Underthrown there. Pass intended for, it looks like number 7. Victor Garcia.
Santiago's going to punt here and look for Rancho to try to get a 2-for-1 here. Score right before half, and then they get the ball back 2nd half.
Minute and 47 seconds left to go here in the 2nd quarter. So Rancho's going to have some time to play with here. If you're Santiago, if you can get a stop here, and it's going to be a significant victory. Like Dave said, Rancho could get a 2-for here and extend this lead, and you don't want to be down 28-6 in the 3rd quarter if you're Santiago. That punt taking a nice little Santiago bounce, but it's going to roll out. Actually, no, it's going to be down at the 44-yard line. So Rancho, 56 yards separates them from the end zone, and let's see what they can do with 1 minute and 37 seconds left. So if anything, that punt ran 10 seconds off the clock there, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I think Rancho's still got 2 timeouts left, and they do. Yeah, they have 2 timeouts left, and again, they're at the point of the field here where they don't have to panic in time with those 2 timeouts. Obviously, every 1st down they get is going to stop the clock. Any running out of bounds or catching out of bounds is going to stop the clock. That's been a big change in the college game this year, is that the college game doesn't stop the clock for 1st downs anymore. And so when a team gets a 1st down, they keep that clock running no matter what. And those college games have been a lot faster because of that.
So let's see, if you're Rancho, you might even want to pull out something out of your bag of tricks here. You're kind of playing with house money a little bit. You're going to get the ball after the half, so let's see if they try anything. Nope, they're just going to hand the ball off to Diego to the right side. Gets a gain of about 3 yards on the play. Still on his feet. Look at that.
Yeah, I think that's still
wow,
going.
still going, and they're letting him go.
I think that's the smart play, though, by Rancho, is just come out, run what you've done. You do not want to have a turnover here and let Santiago get back on the board right before half. Again, that'll be a momentum killer. You know, I'm okay if I'm Rancho and Coach Enright saying, hey, I'm okay being up 14-6. I know I'm getting the ball back at the third quarter. Let's just see if your defense, get one of these pop.
Your defense is playing well here. Now, Dave, I'm surprised they let that pile go on for as long as they did. They didn't whistle. Again, referees letting the kids kind of play here. I like that. Handoff again to Diego, this time to the right side. He picks up the first down.
Yeah, so again, we're going to have a clock stoppage here with the first down. Rancho's going to get set up.
Under a minute left to go here in the second quarter. It's Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School football. David Moore here, joined by Dave Mamelli. Once again, clock running. Rancho with 4 wide receivers. Garcia getting ready to take the snap. Drops back to pass, looks to his left, has a man down that corner sideline. Pass intended for number 2. Towel is incomplete. So there you go. That was Rancho taking their shot towards the end zone there. Or at least a deep shot, not in the end zone, but a deep shot. So the clock will stop here with 41 seconds left. Just a little bit overthrown, but not a bad play call.
Yeah, got to be careful. Again, with free safeties there, too. You don't want that ball to hang up too much.
Especially with Mendez back there.
Yeah. I think that was Valadez on that one.
Was it Valadez? Or on the there we go. This time complete to number 4. Nice takedown there by Mendez. Luis Lopez there with a reception. 34 seconds left to go. Is that a timeout? Or are they just...
oh, we got a flag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it looks like this is coming back.
Oh. You know, if you're that receiver, you get a nice catch, you take a shot, and then it goes back. It looks like it's from the spot of the catch, so it...
I think it's going to be a spot foul here.
Yeah.
From the flag, it's going to be 15 yards from there. So this is going to be a huge,
huge
wow. penalty. So it was a personal foul. We don't know what it was, but personal foul, and yeah, they're marking back 15 from that flag.
Ooh, that's going to be a second and about 25
So
here.
if I'm Coach Enright, to be honest, I run the clock out here. Just run the clock out and go into halftime up a score. You get the ball back at the start of the third quarter.
That's a tough break because they were going to have that ball in Santiago territory.
Looks like the refs are discussing whether this is going to be from the spot of the penalty or from
the line of scrimmage.
Where the ball ended at the play. They are discussing that.
Because you saw the one referee was counting it out from where the play was blown dead.
It depends where it happens. If it happened after the play, then it's going to be from the end line of scrimmage. If it happened during the play, it's going to be from the spot. And it looks like we are.
They're going to go at the
So the Rancho will still have the ball around the 50-yard line here, which is still a tall order here with 34 seconds. Again, you do not want, if you're Rancho, to have a turnover here and give Santiago any chance to score. So you got to be careful. You want to try to score, but you got to be mindful of not turning the ball over as well.
So we go 34 seconds left to go. 2nd and 20 for the Vaqueros after that penalty.
A lot of confusion still going on here.
I was just giving these referees some praise earlier. Again, you know, a lot of new rules, and you know, I'm not sure how many games these guys work with each other. If this is a group that works with each other week in and week out.
Well, again, it's just really a simple question of when it happened. It looks like Coach Enright is not happy.
Now they're going from the line of scrimmage, or so it looks like they're going spot now. Because they went,
I think you're right. I think
they went line of scrimmage, right?
From the original line of scrimmage, yeah.
Oh, yeah, at this point, if you're Enright, you just run the ball up the middle and just go into halftime and talk about why you shouldn't take yourself out of the game mentally with mistakes like this. That ball is all the way back at their own 41-yard line. 3 wide receivers, but most likely a handoff coming here. It's Diego who takes it to the right side.
And no timeouts from Coach Oz here. He's content just to let the clock run as well.
So it looks like we're just going to head into halftime here.
Yeah, they don't have to run a play here if they don't want.
14-6, Rancho leading. And they will be getting the ball at the start of the third quarter. If we've got any halftime entertainment, we will bring that to you. I'm sure Dave's going to be checking that Bolsa Loera score for us as the night goes on. So we're at halftime here at Mansour Stadium.
And we will take a break. We will get that update there. I'm assuming Bolsa will be up, but since I said that, we'll see if I jinxed it there. But
we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes or so. Thanks for tuning in to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football.
Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know.
You got to see some awesome halftime performances there by the Santiago drill team there, as well as the marching band. We are at halftime here. Rancho Alamitos 14, Santiago 6. This is Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. Garden Grove League action here from Michael Mansour Memorial Stadium. A nice game to start league off with, Dave, right?
Yeah, a great one. Again, this, as we've mentioned, I guess we could say this for any game, but I would say this certainly has league title implications coming into tonight, and I'm sure it will coming out of tonight as well. But these are both two teams that should be fighting for a league title at the end.
So we've had a lot of talk about the ratings over the past few weeks. You know, they've been kind of projecting things here. So we'll go ahead and say this. Cal Preps projected this game to go Santiago's way by a score of 28-22.
Yeah, and again, that's kind of where I would put it at too, just judging by the scores. Rancho has been playing much better the last couple weeks. But so far tonight, obviously the Vaqueros have the edge, at least, again, with as few possessions as we've had. It's hard to say they've had an edge in the game. They might have had an edge in one or two series, and that's it.
Yeah. So again, we're talking about ratings and everything. I said earlier when we were talking about the ratings in the pregame show, Santiago is the highest rated Garden Grove League team at negative 43.4, which was to me a very big surprise because their combined their combined record for their opponents so far is 9-17.
Yeah,
which is the lowest of all of our district schools. So the computer really likes the Cavaliers here. It's like the BCS computers, right? You don't know what's in them, but they certainly do like the Cavaliers. Mentioned that a lot of our schools are kind of bunched up there close. But yeah, you can throw these ratings out. Those don't matter. What matters is what's going on the field right now. And on the field, we have a pretty evenly matched game going on so far. Rancho taking an early lead, 7-0. But Santiago marching right back down the field with a big play of their own, a 40-yard rush, and getting that game to 7-6. And Rancho was able to make some defensive stops and then get their second touchdown a little bit before halftime. They were able to get the ball back, but weren't able to extend that lead. But they will be getting the ball back here to start the third quarter when we resume play in just a minute.
Yeah, halftime adjustments obviously pretty big in football. They are for most sports as you go through, but football obviously means a lot more coming out with your adjustments. Play calling is such a bigger deal in football than it is in other sports. So we'll see what comes out. Again, I have very great things to say about Coach Enright. I think he's probably the class of the league in terms of coaches. He's certainly been here the longest and has the most league titles of any coach in the Garden Grove League. So high confidence that he's got his Vaqueros ready to come out in the second half. And I also think the same thing with Coach Oz. I think Coach Oz has done a great job with Santiago. And I have high confidence that he's got good adjustments coming out of halftime as well.
Like you said, Enright, I believe it's his 24th season here at the helm of Rancho Alamitos. He started way back in 2000, his first team.
Yeah, he came from Esperanza, was his last coaching stint before then, and again was replacing Doug Case, correct?
Yes, sir.
Who is now at Foothill and has done a tremendous job there.
Still hanging on there. Heard some rumors of him retiring last year.
And
he's still out there. I'd like to see Coach Case just go into the Rawlinson type coach. He'd be there 30, 40 years, but he's got to enjoy some time there with the kids, and probably has some grandchildren he might want to spend some time with.
Yeah, we hear that a lot with coaches, though. A lot of coaches talk a big game of, hey, it's going to be my last year, and then they're around for 7 more years. So.
Referee's adding a few minutes on here to halftime to let the team stretch and kind of warm up. Expect some more of the same in the second half. Let's see what adjustments Rancho made. Let's see if Santiago made some adjustments to stop that Rancho rush, which has been really good here in the early ons.
Yeah, one thing we mentioned already tonight that we haven't seen is we haven't seen any turnovers.
Nope.
Clean game so far. I suspect that's going to have a big play at the end of the day here. Is that 1 or 2 turnovers that we're going to see here in the second half? Is that going to make a big play on the final score?
So I play in an adult league, adult rec league basketball league. My team's out there playing tonight. I play on a Thursday team, and then have to report that my team, the Classics, there took a hard loss, 82-52.
Oh.
I'm not going to say I'm a 30-point difference because I'm definitely not, but tough. You know.
Well, we'll
bounce
get
back,
we'll get an update here, but if we're giving personal stories too, I told my wife I would do this. Today, September 28th, is my son's birthday, so he's having a good birthday today. So I think he's listening at home. So happy birthday!
There we go. Happy birthday to young Mameli there. My dad's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's probably not listening today.
No, probably not. But he's got a good area of the month for his birthday for sure. We do have an updated score here.
There we go. We had someone asking in the chat for the Bolsa score, so let's see what we've got here.
Bolsa, as expected, is up 40-14 with just under 5 minutes left in the third quarter. So that's a faster game than we're experiencing here. But Bolsa Grande taking care of business right now against Loera. Again, that in my mind was to be expected. But Bolsa is certainly going to be in the mix of teams that could win a Garden Grove League title this year as well, and I'm sure that we will see them in a live broadcast here in the next couple weeks, as they're going to have some big games coming up. But yeah, Bolsa looks like they are going to have their 1-0 start in the Garden Grove League, unless a catastrophe happens at Loera tonight.
Yeah, that would be a monumental comeback if Loera can come back. So that score 40-14, you said?
40-14.
40-14.
Again, as we talked about Bolsa last year, especially and even into this year, but certainly Coach Acosta has turned that program around. They are experiencing success that they haven't had in decades now at that school, and give a quick shout out to Coach Acosta for doing a great job there with the Matadors.
Definitely turning that culture around as we have the kickoff here to start the third quarter. That ball rolling around on the ground. Finally picked up by number 8 for the Vaqueros. So here we go. Rancho going to be starting with that ball at their own 29-yard line. That returned by Jacob Vasquez. Let's see what the Vaqueros do on their first drive of the second half.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there we go. He is tuned in. And he, not only that, he subscribed, Dave, because we make it so you subscribe to.
There you go. Glad to have Frank Moore listening in.
Definitely. So here we go. Rancho, a nice little run to the left side there by number 27. I got to memorize these numbers at some point or another. It's not as easy as basketball. That was Cruz Gonzalez on the carry. Gets a nice gain. It's going to bring up about 3rd and 6 here, or 2nd and 6? 3rd and 6 here for the Vaqueros. Second and 6. You know, they've got to get on the same page here, the scoreboard and the guys on the chain crew.
Oh, we got a 3rd and 3.
Not, yeah, I don't even know. Doesn't matter. We've got a first down. Diego takes it to the left side there, gets pushed out of bounds at the Santiago 46-yard line, or at the Vaquero 46-yard line. So now they'll be on the same page. First down Vaqueros as they keep the chains moving here.
Yeah, so far more of the same for Rancho. They're able to run the ball at will, picking up big chunks. Be hard to beat if San Diego can't get some stops on these runs here.
Yep. And again, if we might see a very quick third quarter here if it's going to play out like it did in the first quarter with a lot of running, and then the second quarter kind of evened out a little bit and slowed down with some passing being mixed in. Vaqueros with 3 wide receivers, Garcia with 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Hands the ball to 27. Big hole. He's still on his feet. It looks like he's going to get some big yardage here, taken down at the 25-yard line. Beautiful run by Cruz Gonzalez, gets Rancho in Santiago territory, and just like that, Rancho inching towards the end zone.
Yeah, great job by the Vaquero line there. Again, another huge hole like we saw a couple of those in the first half. That was a very big hole right up the middle.
And Rancho getting back to the line of scrimmage really quickly here, not letting Santiago get a breather after that long run.
Same play.
This time to Diego, who's still on his feet.
2 flags down here. Like initial calls holding. So this is going to come back. We got an injured Cavalier down. Santiago's trainer, Trevor, is coming out to take a look.
It's one thing we saw even earlier when the Rancho player was down. Trainer's right there instantaneously checking on these players.
Yeah, we have Rancho's trainer, Melissa, is coming over to help as well. We have 2 of our best trainers here tonight, Trevor and Melissa.
The referee is still sorting things out here, so we'll get the call for you right now.
And hopefully it's okay. It looks like he's all right, and should be a quick visit here. Had a scary moment a couple weeks ago, a game I was at, Pacifica game, where we had a player that needed the ambulance called, and he ended up being okay, just a precautionary, but certainly a scary moment when that happened.
Tell you what, when I was in my first year at Pacifica against Garden Grove, Kelly went down, had to go and cut the face mask off so they could take him in. A few weeks later, Isaiah Togia goes down, had to go out there, cut the face mask off. Very scary to have to do that. Thankfully, both players were all right. They were just taken to the hospital as a precaution as well, and they were back playing within a few weeks.
So that looks like 22 here.
Yeah, so number 22, Matthew Ramirez, walks off under his own power there, so that's good to see. Now the referees are going to start sorting things out here. And actually, that was against the Vaqueros, so they marched him back about 10 yards there. Actually, it looks like an 8-yard. It looked like a spot foul, right, Dave?
Yeah, spot from the hold, so.
Diego gets the ball to the right side this time. Bounces it outside, breaks some tackles, still on his feet. Finally dragged down there. Looks by number 6, of course. Who else is it going to be? Ruben Mendez.
Give a shout out to some offensive linemen here. Great block there I just saw from Rancho's number 55, Matthew Zepeda. Good kick out block there, allowing Diego to run right inside of him. Again, I've been impressed so far with both lines, but particularly with Rancho's line tonight. It's gotten a good push all night.
I just want to point out that number 75 is one huge young man there on that left side of the Rancho line.
Yeah, Labosiere, Carson.
Quick pass to the left side. That's complete to number 6, Carlos Herrera. He's going to get close to the original line of scrimmage here. Actually, a little bit further than the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's been a theme tonight. We've mentioned a couple times that Santiago's had some trouble with those wide receiver screens, the bubble screens, and Rancho has actually had some success with those. Rancho, again, not passing the ball very often tonight, but when they have, they've had success with those screens. And then that touchdown pass, that was, again, to Valadez, I believe, right?
And, you know, Rancho, historically very – run-centered team. You go back to the 80s and 90s, early 2000s, but, in the latter part of the, 2010s, passing was really their bread and butter. So kind of going back to this old-school way of Rancho football here as Diego takes that ball to the right side, gets stuffed.
Great fill by linebacker 24, Stephen McCain there.
That's 4th and 5. A big 4th down here for the Cavaliers if they can get a stop here. I'm looking for something to the outside here, maybe the left side.
I think, again, we're going to see a hard count here again, trying to get the first down the easiest way with the flag, draw off Santiago on offsides. And after that, we may get a look back to the sidelines. Let's see.
No. Oh, pass to looking for the right side.
Ooh, great
no,
play.
Beautiful pass break. Whoa. Flag on the play, Dave. I don't know if I can agree with that call. That looked like a
Yeah, Vinny Gentile with a great play on that. That was not pass interference.
Man, so tough break for the Cavaliers. That just looked like a very well-defended pass. And
yeah,
maybe there's something else that's being called, but usually around that, that point of contact there.
It's unfortunate, again, if this ends up being the call. They might discuss it here and waive it off, which would be the right call in my opinion. But it's tough on that because quarterback knew where he was throwing right away. Gentile came up and had a great play on it, and he shouldn't be punished because he got there early.
Let's see. Nope, they're going to keep that. Holding. Oh, wow, okay.
Decline it.
Wow. Are they replaying?
We got Coach Enright screaming, hey, that was on the defense, and that's what's going to be the call. So they didn't call him for a pass interference. They called him for a hold early. It might have been not on him. There's a chance for that, but I certainly didn't think that was a hold or a pass interference. I thought that was a great play.
Nevertheless, it's 1st and goal for Rancho. So that went from almost being a very amazing turn of events for Santiago to now.
That would have been the momentum change that Santiago needed, and they still could have it here. See if the defense can step up, and as they're up against it here on a 1st and goal, see if they can get a stop.
Garcia getting ready to take the snap. Man in motion, handoff to the Diego. No, actually, we all got faked out there. It's number 27 on the carry. That's Cruz Gonzalez. There you go, Dave. Santiago defense doing a really good job of sniffing that one out there. Taquini Leuta coming in for the Cavaliers on defense here, so they're trying to beef up that front line there.
Yeah, let's see if we get a one-on-one to the outside. Now we got a motion coming. Be fly action.
Tell is in motion. Handoff to Diego. Diego bouncing off some guys there, but getting taken down for a loss. So Santiago defense coming up big here on the first few downs of this, we'll call it afterlife of the first drive of the first half for Rancho.
Well, again, great stop by Santiago there. I love Jesus Diego and how he runs. Again, that was a easy loss play for Santiago, and while it ended up being a loss, Jesus Diego made it in doubt for a while there.
Oh, yeah, I thought he was going to slip out.
Again, his feet never stops. Looks like he is a little injured now. Came off on the sideline, and they're taking a look at him. That might be a big blow for Rancho.
You know what, though? Dave Tellez has been doing an amazing job, so I would look for him to get the ball right now. We've got a timeout, it looks like.
Timeout just before that offsides, yeah. Hey, you had mentioned before about Rancho being traditionally a run-heavy team, and they are now obviously as well. Kind of a misconception that Rancho comes out and spreads the ball. They get into, times 3 or 4 receiver sets with just a single back at times. You think, oh, they're going to pass the ball, but they do that to spread the field, to get running lanes, to get open holes that they can exploit and go. And a lot of times when people run the spread, that's what they said is, no, I want to run the ball. I want to get the defense spread out so that I can run the ball. If I bunch everything in tight, unless we have 350-pound linemen, I'm not going to be able to run the ball at all.
Exactly. A lot of teams aren't built with the personnel to run that old-school smash-mouth football.
Yeah, of course, the old-school football, their big linemen that they have are only like 2. Like you've mentioned, yeah, you have 79 for Santiago and 75 for Rancho that are definitely have the size of prototypical linemen that would be going off to college football. So we do have some big boys down here tonight on both sides of the line, and like we've mentioned multiple times, I think both lines are doing a good job.
Let's see what line is going to win out here. 3rd down for the Vaqueros and goal to go, so they got 13 yards to get into the end zone. 4-down territory, of course, so let's see what they do here on 3rd down. Fakes the handoff, quick pass over the middle. That's going to be complete to number 44, touchdown Rancho. That reception by Nathan Enciso. The Vaqueros are going to extend this lead.
Yeah, I called that a little pop pass to the tight end there, lined up in the tight end slot. And just a little quick play action like they're going to run a dive. The quarterback pulls the ball back. The linebackers got sucked up, and he just dumps that ball over the top. So pop pass, been around for a long time, and it's certainly deadly inside the red zone.
And that's going to be one of those where Coach Oz has his linebackers watch out for that tight end sneaking out on the next drive here. Extra point is good for the Vaqueros. They take a 21-6 lead here at Mansour Stadium.
Yeah, that's why it's so, if you can't run the ball, it's really, really hard to win football games. If you can run the ball and you get teams thinking, hey, they're going to run, they're going to run, they're going to run, it is really hard to get people to stay disciplined and make sure that what they're seeing is actually what's going on. Again, good. You don't have to be super balanced. Every good team is going to be balanced between run and pass, but if you have to favor one or the other, running teams are always going to be able to have an easier time with their play calling.
I was just going to say, Rancho, it's not a balanced attack. They just sprinkled in a pass and caught Santiago cheating towards that run, and were able to make it work for them.
There's a tried and true formula in football. It's run, run, play action. If you can do that, you're always going to be successful.
Getting back deep to return here for the Cavaliers. Number 4, Oswaldo Granados, and number 17, Marley Dominguez. Again, Rancho not kicking that ball off deep. That one hits the ground. That was number 13 on the kickoff return, Chris Ramirez. But we've got, looks like some laundry on the field here. Or am I mistaken? No, yep, flags on the play.
Yeah, I thought I might have seen a face mask there at the end. That's not where that flag is placed. That's about all I saw. Nope, going against Santiago.
Yep, so not what you want to see if you're a Cavalier fan. They're getting marched back.
Yeah, important thing for the Cavaliers, don't panic here. You've had success running the ball. You've had success on your drives. Just come out, run your game plan like you have. Hopefully that leads to a nice, long, sustained drive. They can get to within one score here. They're going to be okay. Great fill, like we talked about earlier tonight. Great fill there by the secondary from Rancho. Defensive front 7 for Rancho stretched that play out, and the defensive backfield is able to come up and get the tackle.
Dave, I don't want to jump the gun on here, but I think Rancho's got all the momentum right now, and I think they're just going to probably turn it up here in the third quarter as it goes along. They're probably going to be able to get a little bit more, a little bit deeper into the playbook here and try and put this one away.
Yeah, Ruben Mendez comes off for the Cavaliers. That's big. Again, one of the Santiago stars is off on the sideline right now.
This is a big drive that's going to make or break this Cavalier team here, I believe. Hand off to number 7 to the right side there. As Victor Garcia.
Yeah, great tackle there from number 4 from Rancho, Luis Lopez. He misses that tackle. I don't know if they stopped Santiago on that. That might have been a touchdown run.
Yeah, that one not going anywhere for Cavaliers.
No, Rancho doing a good job. Doing a good job again, filling. Looks like we got another flag down. This is probably another hold.
We have a Cavalier on the field down. So 21-6, Cavaliers on this drive, third and about 4 to go here.
Looks like we missed that penalty, but looks like that is against Rancho. They're marching it off, so this is going to be a first down.
So there we go. That's
Santiago. Once we're able to help this injured player, the Cavaliers are going to have 1st and 10 from about the 36-yard line, 37.
And actually, that's a good thing that that calf got up because that was Ruben Mendez.
Mendez again, yeah. That looks like maybe a knee or ankle he's walking gingerly on.
And at first, he was kind of, cupping his head a little bit. And
always good when we can see him walking off.
Yeah,
on their own
definitely,
power.
especially, yeah. It's good. Hopefully, we see him back out on the field. The Cavaliers rely on him quite a bit here. So here we go. I formation for the Cavaliers. 2 wide receivers. First down. Little misdirection. Sweep to the right side. That's number 17. Marley Dominguez on the carry. He's going to have a first down and some, Dave. At the 40, the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Huge run. I'm going to try and do the math on that 63-yard touchdown run by Marley Dominguez. Cavaliers.
That's good math. Very quick.
Very easy. That ball was at the 40-yard line. You add 3.
37.
At the 37, yeah. But I looked at the 40, add 3, 63.
Oh, we got
No, we don't have a flag, Dave. Please don't tell me we have a flag.
Yeah, we do. Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
man.
Oh, a hold call. Oh, my gosh.
Oh. We're going a little bit crazy here.
That is a heartbreaker for Santiago. Cavalier crowd is certainly not happy right now.
Man.
Again, always got to give our referees the benefit of the doubt. We didn't see that. They have 5 of them down there that are looking a lot closer than us. We didn't see anything, but doesn't mean it didn't happen. But, man.
Tough break again for the Cavaliers. Now, they're going to move this ball back, right?
No, looks like. So, again, what I'm looking at is this was probably a hold on a receiver because they're going to have a 10-yard penalty from the spot.
Okay.
So, the fact that it's 1st and 10 now means that this penalty happened at the 49-yard line. Yeah.
You know what? Cavaliers on their first touchdown had it called back. They ran it the next play, so let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, they just ran the same play again to the other side.
It was read beautifully there by the Vaqueros. Granados not able to get anything going. Another flag on the play. And at the end?
This is going to be, I think, against Rancho. This
maybe
is
unsportsmanlike?
Unsportsmanlike, yeah. Probably some words were said. Don't know if it'll be against Rancho or Santiago, but it looked to me like that ref threw the flag
once
at the Rancho
Once
player.
that whistle blows and the flag comes out, it's usually an unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, it looks like they're ready to march off for Santiago, so that would be against Rancho.
Enright cannot be happy with that. He's got his head set off. He's trying to figure out what's going on the other side there.
Personal foul. Maybe. So
I'm just glad it was not against Santiago. The crowd would not have reacted kindly to these referees. But nevertheless, that's a first down for the Cavaliers.
Like you said, Coach Enright not going to be happy. He's telling his players, hey, we are just about close to being able to stop their momentum. Why give them free yards? We just had a big negative play, and you just gave them a first down.
Santiago, after getting stopped on, with the flag and then that stop in the backfield, that might have kind of hurt him a little bit.
Moved. This is a first down. That ball is across that. Yeah, so they figured this out now. The chains have to move. This is a 1st and 10. This is not a 2nd and -1.
So, yeah, like I was saying, that touchdown gets called back. If you're Santiago, you're like, wow, we can't. Why? Then you get stopped deep on the same play. That would have been very tough for them maybe eventually to get out of, but that penalty probably gives them just a little bit more of a spark. Now they're at the 50-yard line, 49.
You still feel good if you're Coach Oz. You've had 2 big home run plays that have been called back, but the fact that you had them, you have those big, long
Something's
runs.
working, yeah.
Yes. And again, looks like Santiago is staying in that I formation again.
Switching things up from earlier in the game.
Just a simple little power.
Garcia with the carry. Beautiful gain on the play, a gain of about 9 yards. So
that might be something that they're going to find here is, again, just running simple power where you have a guard pulling and a fullback leading out, and you're just trying to get inside of them and try to run up inside those linebackers. See if Santiago sticks with it.
It's going to be a 2nd down and 2 to go here. And, yep, here they go. I
Let's see,
formation,
we're
2 wide
looking-
receivers.
Yeah, looking for one of these guards to pull here. Let's see. Nope, just a blast.
First down.
Yeah, we gave credit to Jesus Diego for Rancho before. I'm going to give credit here to number 7, Victor Garcia. Another good example of good feet for a running back. Kept those feet shuffling, kept them moving, let his offensive line continue to get a push, and was able to find some yardage where there wasn't any initially. So good footwork tonight from the running backs on both sides.
And usually with Santiago's kind of flex offense, you see a few guys run the ball. So you'd see Granados get the ball, you'd see Dominguez get the ball, but right now Garcia's really being the workhorse here on this drive.
Now the
And
reverse.
up. Oh, no, they're getting
pass.
tricky.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh,
Well covered by Rancho.
a little dangerous there.
Yeah, number 11, Alex Cruz, was not fooled. He played his assignment, wasn't tricked by that reverse or by the play action there.
Ramirez's throw not anywhere near a Cavalier receiver. Kind of got lucky that.
Well, that's okay. Sometimes that's okay because if you're too close to a receiver that's covered, that might be an interception.
That might be.
Yeah.
Well, he's lucky that his receivers didn't really beat a Rancho guy, and a Rancho guy was left on an island, maybe get a play on that ball. But
Yeah, I think at this case, worst case scenario for Santiago is not having 2nd and 10. It's having a turnover.
you know what? I like that play call by Coach Oz. Try to catch him, catch him napping if you can. You're running the ball extremely well.
Well,
You try to get guys to bite up, right?
Like we talked about on 1st and 10, they are confident that they have 3 downs to get a first down. So that 1st and 10, take a shot. Their running game is working. Take a shot. 1st and 10
Oh,
passing.
and we've got a penalty on the play. Looks like some movement by the Cavalier line there.
This makes it more difficult now when you have 2nd and 10 and you're feeling good about the run. But now when you have 2nd and 15, that probably means one of these next 3 plays is going to have to be a pass.
It's just a game of emotions on this drive. Both teams getting emotionally
Well, and it's slowed the game down here too. We are not going through the same fast pace that we had earlier in the first half.
Here we go, 2nd down and 15 here for the Cavaliers. 3 minutes and 24 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Garden Grove League matchup here on Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School football. This one's going to be a pass. Garcia rolls out.
He's got, just missed.
Couldn't connect there. Pass intended for number 13, Chris Ramirez.
Yeah, tough down and distance now for Santiago. Again, it's still going to be 4-down territory here. They got 2 plays to get the first down, but 3rd and 15, you're trying to get 7 or 8 yards each play here. That's a tall order.
Here we go. Not sure if Coach Oz is going to treat this as 4-down territory. He does have a punter who can kind of get the ball out there, but
I think at this point, as long as they don't, as long as they're gaining yards here on these next 2 plays, or this next play here, I think you go for it where you are on the field.
Here we go. Garcia getting ready to give the play to the huddle.
Back to a wing
There
formation.
we go. Yep. Drops back to pass. Feels the pressure, and he's going to get taken down for a sack there.
Yeah, this might be a question now, obviously, if maybe you do punt the ball, maybe you try to pin them down inside the 5 or 10 yard line. Fourth and 17 is a tall order here.
And it looks like he's going to go for it, Dave, as the offense is going to stay on the field here.
Again, even if you don't get it here, but you gain, let's say, 10 yards, they're still starting inside deep in their own territory.
Interesting formation on that one. I like that play call.
Oh,
he's got the first down. Wow. Beautiful play call by Coach Oz. That was a very unorthodox shotgun formation. No flags on the field. We want to make sure. No. Man, so beautiful play call.
Larry Bravo with a great name there. But, yeah, Larry Bravo just got that ball and said, I'm going to go run over a bunch of vaqueros, and that's what he did for the first down.
6 foot, 225 pounds, Dave.
That was another one that again, we were pretty close to being in front of the line of scrimmage there on that screen. Fortunately, as you said, I don't know if the Cavalier fans could take another flag there
No.
if that had happened. But
I'm so glad they got that first down. Nice play call. Here we go. Cavs in shotgun formation now.
oh, no.
Let's see what happens here. He just falls on it.
Oh.
That's tough.
Yeah,
You really don't see them in shotgun formation either. They're usually under center.
And that ball, I don't know. That might have been a miscommunication. Obviously, it's hard to tell when the quarterback is not, or you would think it would be hard to tell when the quarterback's not there, but that ball never left the ground. It never got up, so may have been some miscommunication.
Tough break. Cavaliers kind of almost back where they started at, where they were at the line of scrimmage on that fourth down play.
Quick score update again. Bolsa is still up 40-22. I guess Loera came back and scored with a 2-point conversion, but we're in the fourth quarter of that game, so 40-22 Bolsa over Loera so far.
Cavaliers getting past Happy here as there's Mendez on the reception.
We had mentioned before that those screen plays weren't working for him, and now they are. Now maybe that was one of their halftime adjustments, really getting on those receivers that, hey, you got to make sure you're getting your blocks. We're winding down here, under 50 seconds here in the third quarter. Might be the last play. So we get an incomplete pass.
Again, Cavs in shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers. Drops back to pass, throws to the left. That's Bravo again.
Yeah, good tackle that time. Again, Bravo trying to just run through everyone he can, but stop there. Looks like 22, Aaron Ortiz, giving up some pounds but making the tackle. Did a great job.
There it looks like Cavaliers just going to let this clock run out.
Yeah, so we'll flip the field here. Looks like we got about a 4th and 8.
Yep, as we go into the fourth quarter here, Rancho Alamitos leading Santiago 21-6, but the Cavaliers driving here. They've got a 4th and about 8 yards to go at the Rancho 23-yard line. So this is a drive that could either help the Cavaliers stay in the game or make it a little bit easier for Rancho to shut it down here in the fourth quarter.
I think you're right. I think this is make or break. I think if the Cavs don't get this, as long as Rancho doesn't come out and turn the ball over right away, if they have a nice long sustained drive, I think that's game over. Obviously, if Santiago is able to convert here and they're able to get a touchdown, we are in a close contested ball game.
The one thing that's going to hurt the Cavaliers is that missed 2-point conversion, unless they can get the 2-point conversion.
Correct,
if they score here. Because,
potentially, yeah. I think what, looking at these where, again, we will give the benefit of the doubt to the officials, obviously, but I think they'll look back at this. The 2 touchdowns that are called back have certainly played a huge factor in this game.
All right, so here we go as we get this fourth quarter started. Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football Garden Grove League action for you on this Thursday night from Michael Mansour Memorial Stadium. Cavaliers drop back to pass, looks for a man to the right.
Oh,
and
great
that's
catch.
Caught, but are they going to signal that inbounds or out of bounds?
Oh, out of
Incomplete. Bounds. You know what, Dave? I want to see if we can get the replay going. Oh, I didn't start the replay buffer. Never mind. So we can't get a replay. I don't even want to see because if we saw that it was in bounds, that would have been tough. That was a beautiful catch. Just out of bounds. That's going to be Rancho football.
Yeah, again, different rules that a lot of fans might not know. But you go to the NFL, if you're forced out, they'll give you the catch on that. But in high school, you got to get a foot down no matter what. You can get forced out by the defender all you want on that. So, again, that was a great catch. We can't see the line from here, but certainly thought he was in from here. But he might have been just outside that line on that force out.
So Rancho taking the ball over on downs here at their own 22-yard line. You have to figure if they can get another score here, their defense is playing well enough to keep this game out of reach for the Cavaliers. But let's see if the Cavalier defense can rise up to the challenge and get a stop here and get the ball back for their offense. Rancho sticking to the run game here.
Good stop there. That was.
Is that Cruz on the carry? Couldn't tell.
Yeah, Alex Ledesma there on the stop.
And again, Rancho right back to the line of scrimmage, not giving the Cavalier defense any time to breathe, which is something we haven't brought up. That's a big factor here, when you can just keep a defense from being able to set and being able to figure things out, and you catch them kind of off guard a little bit here as the Vaqueros are in shotgun formation, loaded to that left side. Garcia getting ready to take the snap. Hand up to Diego, who churns out about 6 yards on that play. Again, just keeps his legs moving, and even if you stop him, his momentum is going to carry you and him a few yards forward. So 3rd down here for the Vaqueros. So big one here, Dave.
Big one, absolutely a big one. If you're the Cavaliers, you have got to make this stop. And again, you're seeing the formation now by Rancho. They are bunched up. They have not done this all night tonight. They are signaling that they are going to just run the ball up the middle. So let's see if another pop pass comes here. Nope.
To the right side, and that's Cruz Gonzalez, who has the 1st down.
Yep.
So I like that play. It's going to keep the chains moving and the clock moving here for the Vaqueros. Well, no, because they're going to reset it on the 1st down.
Yeah, but it's running.
It'll
now
run,
already.
yeah.
Although it's not running, and we're going to get another chop here by the white hat. He's going to get mad. The clock's still not running.
Still not running.
Yeah.
It's a Cavalier clock manager here.
There we go. He's going. Here. There you go. There we go.
There it is.
I told you he'd get mad.
There it is. So here you go, Vaqueros with the 1st down at their own 35-yard line. Diego there in the backfield with Garcia. Got trips bunched to the left there. Hand off to Diego. Ooh. Horse collar.
Yeah, that's and again, in my opinion, that's not a horse collar.
That was a full jersey pull, but the optics of it, just the way he kind of went back, and of course, player safety is going to be at the forefront of everything.
Yeah, you see that a lot, and that happens. And again, like you said, the perception is, oh, that's a horse collar, but by rule definition, that's not.
No, he did not grab any pads. Oh, wait a minute, holding on Vaqueros. See, there we go. Apologize to the referees.
Teach us to try to come out against the referees, huh?
You know, sometimes you gamble and you try to act like you know what you're talking about, and didn't work for me that time.
Well, credit to the officials again. They knew that wasn't a horse collar and didn't call it. That'll be interesting clock management here. We'll see if Coach Enright starts to think about that even on this drive. You get a 25-second play clock that is chopped. It's just started now for the Vaqueros, and the back judge, which we don't see in frame right now, but when there is 5 seconds left of that play clock, he will put his hand up as a warning. So you might see that as the game goes on here, that Coach Enright is taking a look at him. When he has that hand up, that's when he's telling his quarterback to snap the ball.
Diego on the carry to the left side. Runs like that on 1st down are exactly what you want.
Yep.
Got that ball 7 yards past that line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 2nd down and 3 to go. Very, very nice sounding 2nd and 3. That gives you 2 plays to get that 1st down. And I like it, Rancho taking their time. They're using that clock to their advantage, and
You can see that back judge is counting off now, and that's just when they're going to snap the ball. They got to 5 seconds on that.
Pass over the middle. That's complete to number 2. It's going to be a 1st down. That reception by Emmanuel Tellez. So I'll tell you what, Dave, it's interesting that Rancho is already starting to kind of think about the clock with 8 minutes and 42 seconds left to go here.
Yeah, I would too.
But it's smart because you can get a good 4 to 5 minutes off that clock. And then if you score here, then you're leaving Santiago with a very insurmountable task of trying to come back from a 3-score deficit with like 3 minutes left.
Good to see for Santiago. Ruben Mendez back in the game, and I'll tell you what, the last tackle he made was a great one. He's had a couple of really good tackles tonight. One-on-one, able to take out the legs. No arm tackles at all, but glad to see Ruben back in the game. Let's hope he can make a play here.
And handoff to Diego.
Yeah, this is, if you're Rancho right now, you're feeling real good. You are running the ball at will, and that clock is just draining down at this point. You're up 2 scores.
And, you know, with the way their defense has been playing, you can be conservative, and you're not going to have any worry of or any second guessing yourself with changing up your game plan and trying to just run the ball and milk the clock. You know, Dave, I think even with a 15-point lead here, I'd be feeling comfortable if I was Coach Enright.
Yeah.
Garcia in shotgun again, hands the ball off to Diego, goes to the left side. They're just going left, right, left, right. That's going to pick up the first down for the Vaqueros. 7.5 minutes left to go here into the fourth quarter. Garden Grove League opener for both teams. You can just kind of feel the lull in the stadium right now. I think everyone's just kind of, just the way the Rancho pace is going, everyone's kind of relaxing. Crowds also.
Yeah, that one obviously penetration by Santiago, but that was the first time I've seen in a long time that Santiago's defensive line kind of got a gut punch there to the offensive lineman there for Rancho. Like Granados is coming off.
That's their big man there. Hopefully he can just kind of stretch out whatever he's got going on there, maybe an ankle. Of course, he does play on both sides of the ball here. Screen pass for the Vaqueros, caught by number 4. Luis Lopez. It's going to be a gain of about 6 yards. Again, clock running, 6 minutes now. When we first started talking about this, there was 8 minutes and 42 seconds left.
Yeah,
just like that.
This is going to be my last play. I'm going to end up going down, try to get a picture of the winning team at the end here, but I think this is the final make or break here for Santiago. I think if they can get the stop here, Rancho's still going to go for a 4th down. But if Rancho gets a 1st down here, I think that's game over.
I think so too, and let's see if they can get this, and they'll probably have to force Santiago to burn a timeout here.
Yeah, this is going to be 4th and inches probably. You have a 4th down signals from the referees. So
clock still running. Cavaliers with 2 timeouts, and they're not going to call it here.
Now, interesting, they're still in a shotgun formation, Rancho, at this point. I might just come up and sneak it. If they end up changing that out, we might see a clock run all the way down here in an end right timeout.
In a timeout, I think so.
So again, if we can get Kalen to look at that back judge, this is what we're going to see. That
so go ahead and zoom out,
Kalen.
There. Zoom out, and then go to the right.
Right here, there we go. We're seeing him.
There
He's counting down, and that's end right taking the timeout. Yeah. So. Yeah, so this will be, again, winding that clock down as much as you can. I would guess that we are going to see a quarterback sneak.
And again, if they get this 1st down, I can see them not even having to score again and being able to run the clock down all the way to 0.
Right.
With just the way they've been able to get small chunks of yardage and just be able to milk that clock pre-play.
Santiago's still got 2 timeouts. They're going to use those, obviously, but the problem for Santiago at this point is going to be they are not a quick strike team in the traditional sense of being able to throw the ball down the field. They can hit a long run, as we've seen twice tonight. They can do that, but you can't rely on that. And obviously Rancho is content letting Santiago come down the field in small chunks. They're content letting them have 5 yards. So you're going to start to see Rancho on defense play off a little bit to prevent the home run or the home run pass.
And, I honestly, you've got 4 minutes and 57 seconds left. I don't think that Santiago could score 16 points to even take the lead or 15 points to tie it up here. It's going to be very tough, especially with the way this Rancho team has been playing. I don't see them falling apart this late in the game. As Rancho in a shotgun formation there. 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers. Looks like maybe a handoff here to Diego to the left side. He's got the first down. And there you go. So, Dave, once again, thanks for joining us. He's going to head down to the field now.
I will, yeah. Again, good game here. Certainly looks like Rancho's going to come out ahead on this. Don't count out Santiago. Again, this is going to be a Garden Grove League where I'm pretty positive we're not going to see a 5-0 league champion. So this might be a loss for Santiago if the game goes that way, but they could come back and beat some teams down the road, and they're still going to be in the thick of it here. So, again, pleasure seeing you here. I will see you guys next week for our broadcast. Go GGUST.
There we go. So here we go, 4 minutes and 38 seconds left. Clock running. Of course, Rancho not going to be in any hurry here to run the play until they absolutely have to. Back judge now waving his hand, so they'll get ready to snap the ball. Shotgun formation. Vaquero is probably going to run the ball one more time. And actually, we've got a timeout here, and let's see who's going to call it. Oh, no, we've got a delay of game penalty, so they couldn't get the snap off in time. Again, if you're Rancho, that's not really a big deal. So it's like, yeah, a little bit of a pause in the play. It's slow. It's almost like baseball here. You've got a lot of time between the action. Again, handoff, it looks like, to Diego to the right side. I just expect Rancho to go to the right side, go to the left side, just run a lot of time off the clock here. Coach Oz still not electing to use one of his 2 timeouts as we approach under 3 minutes here. Actually, we're already under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, Rancho not in any hurry. Tal is now in the backfield there with Garcia. Actually, Cruz Gonzalez, sorry, in the backfield. Trips right for the Vaqueros. It's going to be Gonzalez on the carry. Gets to the original line of scrimmage here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Now, we've seen stranger things happen, but I can honestly say that it might be just a little bit too late here for the Cavaliers. We heard Dave say they're not a quick strike team. They haven't been able to get the ball deep downfield in large chunks through the air, so they're going to have to run the ball. And, of course, that runs the clock out. And unless you can get a home run ball, then it's going to be tough for you to come back from 15 down. They're going to get the stop here. It's going to bring up 4th down as Talas was not able to get the first down yardage. And let's see if now we have a timeout by the Cavaliers. Actually, that was Gonzalez. I'm sorry, Gonzalez on the carry. It looks like now we've got a timeout here. So 21-6, Vaquero lead here. First game of the Garden Grove League slate of the schedule for both teams. Of course, we already heard that Bolsa was leading Loera 40-22 late in the fourth quarter there. So it's probably safe to assume that Bolsa's 1-0 on the season. Rancho looking to join them in the win column here and keep pace. Tomorrow, La Quinta, Los Amigos. La Quinta doing a very good job early this season, 3-2. Lobos, a very surprising 2-3, but they have had a very big amount of injuries to some key players. Here we go, 4th and 7 here for the Vaqueros. The down marker is actually wrong. He's got it at 3rd down, but it's actually 4th down. Vaqueros looking to pass, and that's complete to the left side to number 2. He's going to be short of the first down, though. As Emmanuel Tellez, there's Tellez, as Tellez was not able to get the first down. So actually that's turnover on downs. So it's not for, the down marker was messing me up, so it's Cavalier football now. 2 minutes and 24 seconds with the clock running here in the fourth quarter. Cavaliers looking to get a score here. And we now have a timeout. With 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. Again, the Cal Preps computer is really like the Cavaliers to win this game 28-22. Of course, that's not going to be the score here. So let's see what the Cavaliers do here. They've got shotgun formation, trips right, 4 wide receivers. Garcia drops back. No, that's not Garcia. Sorry about that. Actually, that's a complete pass there. Gonzalez is able to connect with Mendez on that play. Gets the chains moving for the Cavaliers. So Cavaliers now looking to put something together on this drive. Get themselves back in the game, perhaps give themselves a chance to tie it up or take the lead if they can get the touchdown and the 2-point conversion and the onside kick. Trips left for Gonzalez, drops back to pass, looks to his left, lets it go. He's got a man open. That's complete again to Mendez. We've got an injured Cavalier on the play. That'll stop the clock with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Good to see that Cavalier getting up under his own power, wanting to get back into the game, but he's got to sit out a play here. So here we go. They put 5 seconds back on the clock, so there's 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Clock running now. Cavaliers shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers, trips left. Gonzalez drops back to pass, has some time, looks left, lets it go. Dangerous play, no one around. Lucky thing there was no Rancho defender in the area. It's going to bring up second down for the Cavaliers, but it does stop the clock. Again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football on this Thursday night here from Michael A. Mansour Memorial Stadium. Haven't had a chance to say this, but if you don't know the story of Michael Mansour, I suggest you go on YouTube and you look it up. Very inspiring story of a man who gave his life saving others. That U.S. Navy trident there in the middle of the field represents a lot. Of course, Michael A. Mansour, a student here at Garden Grove High School in the late 90s. Gonzalez rolling out. Nice little dump off to Mendez. Mendez trying to make a move, still on his feet, and he gets out of bounds. Beautiful awareness there by Mendez to get out of the bounds and stop the clock. Cavalier first down there, so they keep the chains moving. Clock now approaching 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Cavaliers now got to put a little bit more of a faster pace here. Gonzalez drops back to pass, feels the pressure, decides to run, still on his feet, and finally brought down by number 24 of the Vaqueros, Stephen McCain. And we have a final from Glover Stadium. Bolsa 47, Loera 28. So Bolsa able to tack on another touchdown there at the end of the game. As we have another Cavalier down on the field. Tough night for Cavalier players that are just getting banged up here. Shows you that it's a very physical game between two teams who do not want to lose this game. A minute and 49 seconds left to go here in the game. Rancho with a 21-6 lead here on the Cavaliers, looking to go 1-0 in league play. Move on to 4-2 here in the regular season, or the whole season. Rancho, of course, 9-1 last year. So already more losses this year than they had last year, but their schedule a little bit tougher this year. Corona team is very good. Cavalier player again walking off on his own power there. So here we go, second down here for the Cavaliers. Trips left, 4 wide receivers total. Gonzalez drops back to pass again, has to step up, feels the pressure, lets that one go. It's going to be incomplete. That pass intended for number 88, Larry Bravo. Brings up third down and 5, a minute and 40 seconds left to go here. Clock stopped, of course, after that incomplete pass. Gonzalez takes a snap a little bit high, but is able to corral it, lets that ball go. That's complete to number 4. Oswaldo Granados, and Cavaliers are deep in Rancho territory now. They're running a no huddle, fast pace, get up to the line of scrimmage really quick because that clock is running kind of offense. A minute and 33 seconds. Now the clock is running, so here we go, a minute and a half left to go in the game. Gonzalez drops back to pass, looks to his right, looking for Mendez, can't find him, feels the pressure, decides to run, gets away from some tackles. And it's finally brought down at the Rancho 23-yard line. But again, it keeps that clock running. Cavaliers with only 1 timeout left. Actually, no timeouts left. So a minute and 17 seconds left to go. I know stranger things have happened, but I think we can all but put a final stamp on this game here. Unless we have a real miracle on our hands, Rancho is going to go on to win this game 21-6 and go to 1-0 in league. Starting off their defense of the Garden Grove League title on the right foot. They're looking to win their, I believe, 7th in a row. Want to say thank you to Rancho Alamitos principal Linda Giuliani and GGUSD Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Education, Dr. Stephanie Heflin, for joining us earlier today. We always appreciate when we have our staff come up here and join us. Also want to thank our student helpers here, Kaylin from Rancho and Vincent here from Bolsa. Both of them doing a good job on the broadcast, as that pass is going to fall incomplete with a minute and 13 seconds left to go here. Next week we'll be broadcasting most likely on a Thursday, as I will be celebrating my, I'm trying to do the math here. 13th anniversary next week. on Friday. So thank you, Vince. Vincent giving me a clap. That's a polite young man. That pass again, incomplete. It's going to bring up third and actually fourth down and 5. So really the last hope here for the Cavaliers. So here we go, last play, desperation for the Cavaliers, and that's going to be a nice first down pickup there for Gonzalez. It's the Cavalier first down here, a minute left to go, 21-6. The Cavaliers score here. It'll look good on the scoreboard, but to be honest with you, I don't know if it's really going to do much here. That pass incomplete. All right, so here we go, 42 seconds left to go, 3rd and 6 for the Cavaliers. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Pass intended for Larry Bravo. Fourth quarter really uneventful here, just kind of slow, a lot of lulls. .38 seconds left to go here. Gonzalez getting ready to take the snap. He's under center. Drops back, fakes the handoff. Looks like he's going to keep it himself. He lets it go. That's going to be caught. There's going to be a touchdown for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers with a late touchdown. 32 seconds left to go in the game. It's going to be 21-12. Coach most likely electing to go for 2 here. So Cavaliers getting their second score of the game with 32 seconds left to go here. 2-point conversion makes it 21-14. They're not going to get it, so let me. It's going to be 21-12 here. Of course, Santiago electing to kick the onside here. But that's a 9-point deficit there, even if they get the onside kick and score the touchdown and get the 2-point conversion. That's 21-20, and I doubt there's going to be enough time left on this clock for them to complete this comeback. Looks like it's going to be a 21-12 victory here for the Vaqueros, who are going to improve again to 4-2. Cavaliers will be dropping to 3-3. Both Still have plenty of chances here. Santiago, of course, season definitely not done yet. You're not out of the hunt just because you have one loss. Of course, last year, Rancho and Los Amigos, both with one loss and shared that league championship. Of course, Dave thinking that we might have a share of the league championship here. You know, I would love for all 5 of our schools to share this league championship. Why not, huh? Everyone at 2 and 3, 3 and 2. I don't know how the math would work out on that, but it's going to be a fun Garden Grove League season nonetheless, the last one as we know it. I'm excited to bring you more of the action as the weeks, come through. And again, I thank you for tuning into Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. As the Vaqueros are just going to probably kneel on this ball here. Clock didn't look like it ran whatsoever on that play, and it should have. You'll just see one kneel here from the Vaqueros. They don't have to run more than one play. Stadium's really quieted down here, but you know what? Not a bad turnout here for a Thursday night. Again, this is just going to probably be victory formation for the Vaqueros. Just run one play and that'll be it. I like Friday games a lot better. You can just look forward to the weekend. But now I got to look forward to going to work tomorrow. Our students have to look forward to going to school. And there's the victory formation here by the Vaqueros. And that's going to do it here from Michael A. Mansour Memorial Stadium. Thank you again for tuning in. Until next time, I am David Moore, and for Dave Mamali, and of course for Vincent and Kaylin, we thank you for tuning in. We hope you have a very restful and relaxful weekend. All you have to do is get through Friday tomorrow, and that's going to be nothing, right? Until next time, once again, thank you for tuning in to Garden Grove Unified School District.